the day of the festival. Of all days, I expect this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering the phone. I consider going to her house to wake her up, but decide that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over, so that way I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Void! You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny, I thought at least Shuri would be here by now. Monica's placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared to have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You think that on days this important she tried a little harder. I say that but suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I feel awkward knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. Also, the lack of music is unsettling. I only said it because that's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all? You should take a little responsibility for her. You should take a little responsibility for her, Void. I mean, especially after making the exchange with her yesterday. Kinda left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president, after all. But, I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the only one who knows what's best for her, right? Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. She's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. Grab one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Yeah, they really did. Something like this definitely helped people take the club more seriously. I thought so too. Flip to the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it a almost professional feel. I recognize Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the one they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Oh no. It's just get out of my head over and over and over again. I'm not gonna read that out loud. She's going down the rabbit hole. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. What's this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Void, what's wrong? Nothing. This feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written, but more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna get Sayori, so, alright. Don't take too long, okay? Quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself, she calls out after me. I quicken my pace. Okay, now's when I'm really gonna put the trigger warnings up. We're gonna do big flashy flashes just in case. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her, help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things to be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sherry's house, knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. Okay. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside of her room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really don't want to enter a room like this. It's kind of a breach of privacy, which really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Yep. Error has occurred. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way it can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I expressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession? That has to be what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, if I gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club, screw the festival, I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I only had one chance and I wasn't careful enough. I know I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 End. Alright, so that is our run with Natsuki. We don't actually get to the festival, and we no longer have Sayori. She is now a jumbled mess with Monica being copied over her. So, that is our Natsuki run. And it went very badly. This is supposed to be a new game, I would suppose, but we can definitely load it. It's gearing me to go back and try something different. I'm not sure what we should do. Should we load the game? Or should we do a new game and do a new run? I don't have all that many saves, but we can definitely go back to... I forget what these are. I wish you could name them. We could go back to our last save. That would definitely change it so we could do the I love you Sayori. What do you guys think? Load or new game? Because we can new game and then just skip to... Load it? Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I haven't had anything like that. Okay. Character Sayori file is missing corrupt. Save file is corrupt. Starting a new game. Okay, it decided for us. Oh! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but kind of works out because you've known each other for so long? We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I'd get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let him catch up to me. It's broken. It's broken. Oh, God. Okay. It's an ordinary school day, like any other. Morning's usually the worst, but being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I met some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content getting by on average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but not like there'd be any girls in it anyway. School day is ordinary as ever, and before I know it, after I pack up my things, I blank at the wall. I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding on me to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Void? Okay. Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Probably the most popular girl in my class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little, What'd you come in here for anyway? I've just been looking for some supplies to use at my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing and budget and publicity and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'm gonna try to take something personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. The literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members of something that sounds so boring. I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, poetry, writing. Read that out of order. I mean, one of the members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She still insists on manga as literature, too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Void? By any chance you're still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you'd do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but could you at very least visit my club? It'd make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I'd have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome. You really are sweet, Void. You know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go? I'll look for the materials some other time. You're more important. Okay, well, I don't know who to pick now that... Today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me. A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Void. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So, let me guess, you're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude's name is apparently Natsuki, and one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual, and this is Yuri, the vice president. That's different. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet you both. So I ran into Void in the classroom and decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know... Sorry, I didn't forget, but it just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that'd be great. Why don't you come sit down, Void? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort into starting something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival so much more important. I'm confident that we all really know the club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. She reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Void, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read in the past few years, I don't really have a good way to answer that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build up deep, complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. She goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. And I read in a horror book once. I just digress onto something I can relate to at a minimal level. This rate you're... Oh, sorry, I read that as the wrong voice. This rate you might as well be having a conversation with the rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. Suits your personality. Is that so? Really, if the story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, only for a brief moment. And that seems full loop with what just happened with Sayori. Ugh, I hate horror. Huh? What's that? Well, her eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, usually I like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind at the last meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back. Fine, fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. She averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. It's the truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel more comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president, after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like it's a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Void? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. The three girls stare at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Void. The thing is, we don't have we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members, and if we don't find one before the festival... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I'd feel terrible for letting anyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Void? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I'd be super pissed. Void, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone, I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remembers tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Void, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star, Monica, after my... Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I really feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart from the club room and make my way home. The whole time, my mind wanders back and forth to between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. I'll really be happy spending it every day after school in literature club. Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'm gonna make the most of my circumstances and make sure... Wow. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess it starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh, no. Okay. You've unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yes. I can't convince myself to go to therapy when I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'd rather keep this up until I blow my cover and someone takes me to the emergency room. Okay. Let's go with Yuri because we've already done Natsuki. So we're gonna do tragedy, horror, nightgown. Okay. Disoriented, death, journey, defeat, dark. I'm like on edge, like I don't know what's gonna happen if I pick one that's accidentally Sayori's. Incapable, together, oh shit, lust, vivacious, passion, oh frightening, broken, misfortune, eternity, embrace, wrath, agonizing. Alright, so we're done with day 1 of our second run through after the weird reset. We're gonna see what happens, but I'm gonna focus on Yuri just because I don't think Natsuki's path is going to look any different from the way it was. Like, I'm reading through it again because the dialogue has changed. Monica's taking up a lot of the extra, and then Yuri's picking up some of the vice president tactics, but weirdness is definitely going on. So I'm going to save real quick. It is a bit of a sudden end because this was originally a live stream that we're chopping up. If you want to see the full live stream, go to my second channel. And if you want to see more of these types of videos, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Bye.